Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulua Tech Designs, and I'm your boy Lulua Mark. This is a fresh project. We are starting a fresh project, and this is still going to be in archicad because we have done many projects in Revit. You can check through the playlist for architectural design courses. You'll be able to see so many courses about Revit. And now we want to continue with the archicad. This is going to be our third project in archicad, and I'm so excited to start this project. Actually, this is a live project. This is my house that I designed myself, and I'm excited to share it with you. Of course, I used the archicad to design this, and you can see what archicad can produce. And I believe by the end of this course, you should be able to learn a lot of things in archicad, especially the facading bit of your model, just the way this one is. Of course, this is already rendered. I really feel excited about this project, and I can't wait to start it with you. And of course, I welcome all of you. And please, if you have not subscribed to Lulua Tech Designs, I encourage you to do so, because this is the only place where you are going to get content that will be able to change your life. We begin our courses from scratch, and we take it all the way to the finishing line. And we usually take you slowly so that you will understand everything that we are teaching you. So we are going to start really from scratch. As I told you, we always start from scratch. So this is archicad software. I've just opened it and I've not started a new project. So if you have opened your archicad for the very first time, you should be able to see an interface like this. The archicad I'm using is archicad 28. If yours is not at version 28 still, they do the same work. You might have a few changes, or the interface may not look exactly the same, but I believe things to do with the new project, browse project, teamwork, all these things are the same. So we shall now go ahead and click on this new project. Just like that, you should be able to have your project like this. So from here, it will give you this interface that says create a new project from. You now select this template, which is already selected. When you click on this drop down, basically here I don't even see a lot of templates. Usually I don't even open this because it gives you the template that your software can provide for you. So from here you can just click on new. From here, just like that, it will now open a new project for you, which will be untitled. Of course, you can rename it, give it a title along the way as you are designing. So I will wait for this template to open for us, a new archicad project. So this is what we have. This is the interface of archicad 28, and on top you see the title, which is untitled. It has not been given the name, so it will give you that untitled title. Let me say that. And then of course after that we have the toolbar, and the tool menus. We have all these tools that will help us along the way as we design, and it usually gives this interface, which is basically to show you what is new in archicad whenever you are designing and your internet is on. archicad will be able to show you the new things in archicad. So for now we don't need it. We shall just close it. If you don't have it, you don't need to worry, because it really doesn't mean a lot in our project here. And then on our left we have the design tools that we are going to use. We have the design, we have the viewport, viewpoint, we have the document. We shall interact with these ones mostly the design, because most of the things we need are in design. Then document, we also use a lot of things in documents here, especially the lines and the dimension tools. Then on our right, on the right we have the project map where we're going to set our stories, that is the floor plan and all those stuff. It has the elevations and the interior elevations, worksheets, details, 3D documents. All these ones you get them from the project map. And we also have the view map, we have the layout book, we have the publisher set, and some of these there's a project tools. Some of these tools are majorly used during detailing of your work, but we may not really go into that deeper part. We shall stop with the modeling, especially the 3D modeling. We do what we call a presentation drawing, a drawing that you can really show to your customer or your client, and they feel, wow, you have done for them a very good job. So the interface is here. From the interface, you will be able to see these elevation lines. There's north elevation, then we have the west elevation, we have the east elevation, and the south elevation here. These elevation points are supposed to guide us, and we shall design our house within this area. It doesn't mean this is the only space where you can design your house. You can even move these things. You can drag them away from here, or you can even delete them. It will not affect your work. You will still design your house. So here you can see 3D of your design. The surf elevation has automatically opened for us here. So now that is basically it for the interface. Of course, there are other tools down here, like the increase the zoom, then of course fit in window. These tools, we shall be able to interact with them as we go on with this project. Now from here we are going to start working. The first thing we always do when we're designing a house is, of course, to set the stories. You have to set the stories. For archicad, it shows you the ground floor, shows you story 1 and the story 2. Of course, you can leave these like this, but you can also customize them. For our case, we shall customize them. Of course, it is one of the things you need to learn from this project. So you just come to your project map, and then in the stories, if yours is hidden, there's this untitled menu. If yours is like this, you just click on this drop down for the untitled. And then from here, of course, the story. Let me just close the elevation. Let me close the 3D. Just like that. So when I click on the stories, I should be able to see this ground floor, story 1 and story 2. So when I right click on the ground floor, it will show me these options. Now I can go to my story settings, which is the last option here. Then from this window, you can change all these things to fit your project. Now ground floor by default is always at 0. That is the level where you are sitting. I believe you are sitting on the ground floor right now, but basically the ground floor is the earth surface. That is the earth surface. And then below it, you can create the foundation. It will be negative, and above it, you will have the first floor, second floor, like that. But we are only going to create one floor, that is the ground floor. So the ground floor is here, and we want our floor to floor height to be 3.5. So I'll change this one. I'll write roof, just like this. I can just say roof level right there. And then I'll change this to 3.5, which is 3,500, just like that. And of course, this floor to floor height, I'll give this one 3,500 as well, just like that. And then we also have these buttons. There's a button for insert above, insert below, delete story. So we want to insert something below the ground level, that is the foundation. So you make sure the ground floor is highlighted with blue like this. Then you click on insert below. It will insert another layer or another floor down here. You can rename it the way you want. Of course, it is the foundation. It is the foundation level. It is the foundation level. Just like that. Now the foundation level, mine is going to be 1.5. Here you can change it. Mine is going to be 1.5 like that. So for setting the stories, I think that is all we need to do. We'll just now click OK from here. Basically, this is what you can do. You can delete story, you can insert, for example, this story too, we can delete it from here using this delete, and it will just disappear. That is how you can navigate around the story settings. So I'll just click OK. Then it will say deleting stories and deleting stroke curtain from story content are not undoable. That means whatever thing you have done here, you cannot really undo it. So we don't need it anyway. We shall just delete it anyway. So now the story 2 is gone. We only have now the roof, the ground floor, and the foundation. And basically that is what we want to have for our project. We cannot worry about the story number 2. So from here, we are now going to start designing our house. We have already set our levels. For you to access all those tools for designing the house, you open this design. When you click on this drop down, it will open all these tools. If you highlight on them, it will be able to show you the name of the tool. However, if you expand this like this, you should be able to see the tools plus their names like that. And if you expand it even further, it will increase these lines. It will create 2 lines, and you can now see the tools plus their names next to each other. So we are going to start with the wall tool. Of course, we shall start building the walls. You can either double click on it. It will open the wall default setting, or you can just click one. Then you come to this part here, you click on it. It should also be able to open the wall default setting. Those are the ways you can go to the wall settings. So from here, we want to change a few things. First of all, we are going to select the first wall, which is the structure, and it is the basic. This one here should be able to show you this generic structure kind of wall which is there. And here you can select what you want. So I may go with this brick, which is the material we're going to use for building our house. So from here, we have this side that gives us the geometry and the positioning. We want, right now you see the home story of this wall is the roof level, which is not the case. We want to design this wall from the ground floor. Now you will understand why it is showing the roof level, because here it is the roof level that is open. So I will close this. then I'll double click on the ground floor so that we don't get ourselves into problems. So we have to design it from the ground floor, not the roof. So I'll click on the wall, I'll double click on it, then I'll come back, I'll tick this one, I'll select that, I'll open this, I'll choose a brick. Then now here you can see the home story is the ground floor and the top link is the roof level. And between here we have 3.5 meters as our wall height. So this is really perfect. It is perfect. And here we want our wall thickness. This is the point where you can give the thickness. I want the wall thickness to be 200 millimeters. Our measurements are in millimeters, and it will be seen as meters. The software will read it as meters, however it is in millimeters. So now after setting your geometry and positioning, you can even make this reference line. For me, I want my reference line to be center. That means the wall measurements the walls are going to be linked from the center. So it's always ideal to make it center, just like that. Then I'll close this geometry and I'll come to model. We shall open model. From model here you can give material, or you can assign material for your wall or for your component. So you can click on these surfaces. There's this. When you click on this, this becomes active. When you click on this, this becomes active. You click on this, this becomes active. Now you can change these materials the way you want. For example, I can say I want stucco white rough for all this surface. So I'll simply click on the first one, then I'll just choose this stucco white. Then this one in the middle, I can decide to ignore it, because when I click on this link surface, it will change all these ones to the first material I've chosen. So when I click here, it will switch them all to the stucco or stucco white rough. If I click on it again, the yellow will come back. However, here I didn't show you much, but this is where you can get the materials you want. You can search for anything here. For example, you can search for tiles, you can search for bricks, you can search for glass, basically you can search for stones. Any material that you need for designing your house or for building your house, you can search for it from here. So you should not think that because I just chose the stucco, those are the only things that you can get from here. So don't limit yourself, you can explore more from here. So for me, I'm going with this stucco white. Then I'll link them up so that all of them are the same. Basically, this is the setting I need for my wall. I don't need really a lot of things from here. So all I'll do is just to click now OK, and I think I am ready to start designing my house. So now we have methods of construction. There's this geometry method, the first one, then there's this circular. For example, if I want, let me just select this circular, just any of them. So if I want to draw a circular wall, I can just click like this. Then when I am sure I have hit the radius I want, you can also write. You can write it. When I click on that, it will give me the starting point. Here now I can start drawing. I hope you understand that. Just like that, I will have drawn a circular wall. Then I can delete it, Let me just repeat that. When you come to the wall tool, you use this one. You first click, let me select that. You click, then you expand it to the radius you want. Once you reach the radius, you click. That is the time you can now start drawing. You just start drawing from that point, like that. That's how you can draw a circular wall. Now when I come to my 3D, you should be able to see a circular house already. This is how you can draw a circular house. Someone actually tasked me to design for them a circular bedroom. I think in one of the projects I'll be able to do that. But basically, this is how you can really draw a circular wall. It's pretty straightforward with the archicad. There's nothing complicated. You can draw a semicircular just like that. It will be something like this. You see that? So that is how you can draw a circular wall in archicad. But our design is not a circular one. As you can see here, there's nothing circular here. So we shall start with our box, drawing our boxes. And from here, I believe we can start designing now. So I'm going to use this option here. There's also this option, there's this one, but I prefer to use this. This one here, you just draw one line like this, it will stop. And then if you select, if you click on this and you select this next one, it will be able to draw you continuous walls, just like that, just like that, just like that. And if you want to stop, you just click. When you reach the point you want, you double click. It will be able to make your cursor inactive. Then let me just delete that. And then another option is when you select this, you click on that, you will be able to draw a box kind of house at once, just like that. So all these ones are just to show you the different methods of creating a wall. And of course we shall go with the first option really. Let me come down here. So we shall go with the first option. We want to create a house one by one. So what can we do? So now I'll start by creating a simple wall here. So you realize when you are drawing your wall, there's this blue dotted lines that are showing for you the straight line. For example, if I'm drawing and I am not comfortable or my hand is not stable to draw a straight line, the blue lines are to guide you so that you don't lose track of your line. Or if you still can't maintain this, you hold on shift as you're drawing. So now you see I'm holding on shift, and there's no way I can even lose track of the straight line. The wall cannot go up or down, so it will maintain the straight line. That's if you hold the shift. So just like that, you will have drawn a straight line. Now we have drawn our first wall. Then I want to draw another wall, which is do they say perpendicular? I don't know, but a vertical one. So I'll click on the wall again. I'll draw another vertical wall. Let me just start from here, just like that. Let's draw another one. So with these two walls, I believe we can now draw the rest of the walls. You have already known how to draw or how to set the wall. I think now we are just going to use the two walls we have created. However, we shall be using the image for reference to see if we are doing it correctly. So from here, You see, we are now doing we're doing this part here. Basically, we're doing this part, and this is going to be the master bedroom. So let me just do that. I'll come to the design. I'll offset this wall that side. I'll offset it that side, let's say by 6 meters. Now if you want to offset this, or you want to create a copy of this, or you want to drag a copy of this, the first option is to right click on it. Then you go to menu, you come to this view move. Then from move you go to drag a copy, just like this. Then you can now move it to where you want to move it, and it will remove only a copy. For example, if I want it at 6 meters, it will move it like that. However, it will not move it at 6 meters, it will move it at 5.8. Reason being, the 200 has been taken off by the thickness of the wall. Another option for moving the wall, of course, which is the shortcut, you highlight on it, you hold your Ctrl Shift and D, that is to drag a copy, which is the same thing that we just did. Now I'll just write here 6.2, just like that, and it will give us 6 meters up. So if you are writing these measurements, you should take it into consideration that 200 millimeters will be taken off to cater for the wall thickness. That means you should consider the 200 millimeters when you are giving your spaces. Otherwise, you will be thinking you have designed a space as wide as 6 meters, but it will be 5.8. And someone will buy a bed that is supposed to fit exactly at 6 meters, and you find it has failed to fit. So the client will be on you. So this side, I think I can move this one 5 meters. So let's say Ctrl Shift D, that is to drag a copy, and moving it at 5 meters. Now to create 5 meters, I'll just write 5.2 so that I don't do double work after. Now you see here it has given us 5 meters the way we expected. Of course, if you want to deselect the wall or the command, you just right click, you come to deselect all to be able to do that. And when you don't want to see these lines and these circles being drawn here, you can just click on the escape key, and that command will disappear. Then there's another thing that I want to show you here. When this magnet is on, this magnet helps you to quickly select components, or spacebar to temporarily activate or deactivate. So it's always advisable to have this magnet active. When something is active here, it highlights blue so that you can easily select things. Without that magnet active, you will struggle to select certain things. For now, it may not really seem that serious, but when you have some tiny components, they will need that magnet for selecting them. Now we have created our master bedroom. Actually, we've created our master bedroom, and then from here we shall extend the house a little bit behind to start creating that living room. So we shall just move this one a little bit inside by dragging a copy using Ctrl Shift D. You drag a copy here, and I think I can just do 2 meters. Let's say 2.5 maybe. Oh, that is a lot. Let's just do 2 meters, because this is going to be the porch. I think 1.8 is okay. 1.8 is okay. Escape. Now you realize these walls are going inside the room that we have just created. And if you want to remove this excess wall, you just hold on Control. It will show you that scissor. Then you click on the wall. It will delete it off. Even this one here, we shall just hold on Control and delete this part off. So that is how you can delete a wall in archicad. You hold on Control, you click on the wall, it will delete the wall off, just like that. And want I'll delete off this as well. I'll delete off this. I'll just hold on Control and delete. Then this one, I'm going to move it inside by this bedroom was 6 by 5. Then this will be around 7. Let's Control Shift D, move it 7 or even 8 meters. So that will be 8.2, so that it will give us 8 meters. Just like that, give us that. And then of course we are going to continue creating more. I think I can move this side by 6 meters. So I'll Control Shift D, that is to drag a copy. And then I'll write here 6.2, so that it gives me 6 meters exactly. Now this side, let me first escape. You realize there's a intersection here. Now for this intersection, instead of deleting using the Control command, you can select both walls like this. And then you come to this tool here that says intersect. When you click on it, it will intersect these walls and the excess parts will be cut off and the walls will perfectly intersect. And then you can even do the same for this side, by the way. But of course I will not do it for this side because I still need that extension on that side. So I'll simply delete this using the Control command and delete, just like that. And then I'll need this is our living room. We shall need the kitchen and the dining. So I'll move this inside. I'll just Control Shift and D again. To drag this, I'll say I'm dragging at 6 meters. That is 6.2. Just like that, I have myself 6 meters here. I'll deselect all. So now this part will have both the kitchen. Let me escape. It will have both the kitchen and the dining, and this is the living room. So this house is, it seems to be so close to this elevation side. If you want to move it, you can highlight it all like this. Then to drag or to move in archicad, you can right click, the same procedure, move. Instead of drag a copy, you just drag. So just like that, you can pick it and drag it in the middle here, and you leave it there. So now these excess parts, I can remove them. I want to assume, let me see, just like that. Okay. Okay, now let us make sure this side is taken off. We can intersect here using this intersect tool, and then this side we are going to create we shall create our bedrooms here. This is the master bedroom. This is living, dining plus kitchen. Now we want to create another bedroom here. I want to see if you want to extend this wall to this one here. You can click on this wall, then you come to this tool that says adjust. When you click on this tool, then you come and click on the surface where you want this wall to go, it will just extend it there. Let me do that again. You highlight the wall, you come to this adjust tool, which is here, and the shortcut is Control plus a minus sign. So you click on it, then you click on the surface where you want the wall to go. And this wall is giving us a 3.8, which I think is perfect for our house. And I'll also set another one at 3.8 again. Let me just Control Shift D to drag a copy, and it will be 3.8. So that means I'll put 4 meters to give me 3.8. I believe by now you now understand why I'm giving that figures. So now for this one here, we shall just delete it with the Control and the chop, just like that. What else can we do? Then of course we want this side here, so I'll create something here. Let me see what we have. I can just click on this, and then I click on this. When you want to select many walls or many components, you click on one, you hold shift, you click on the other. You can keep on clicking, holding shift, and you'll be able to select so many items. Now from here I can just click on intersect, it will join these walls. And then I can just hold on Control and delete that excess part. So that is how you create walls in archicad. That's how you create walls in archicad. But of course I don't want this part to be enclosed like this, so I'm going to introduce you to another tool, which is the split tool. So it is this axe that you see here. It can help you to split anything anywhere. So when I click on this, I can click on the part I want to split. I can just click on like this, then it will show you there's an eye. This eye will indicate where you want to preserve the wall. So when I click here, it will show me this one is being preserved and this one can be taken off, just like that. Then when I click on this again, I come to the split tool. You can just click outside and then you start dragging it like that, then like that. So I can delete this. If I don't want to delete, you can also drag. Like now for this case, we can easily drag. If you want to drag the wall, you just select that black dot. You make sure you click on this black dot. When you click on it, you can move it anywhere you want. So I can just bring it here, just like that. You see that? So now we have this house, a box house. This is the living room. This is the dining plus kitchen. Then this side we can have let's say the pantry, and the pantry plus, I think we need a common washroom somewhere around here. So for that case we shall have to do something here. We shall need to change some things here. First of all, I am going to create I'll offset this wall, Control Shift D. I'll drag this wall a little bit here by 1.7. That will give us 1.5. Then of course these parts I'll delete them off. Control delete, just like that. Control delete, just like that. And then what I want to do, I'll extend this. If you look at this measurement, it's 3.3. However, we wanted it to be 3.8. right? We wanted it to be 3.8. So you control Shift D. 3.3 is sort of how many? That's around 500. So let's say 500, that will be 700. Just like that, it will give you 500. So I can click on this. I can click on this, holding Shift. I click on that, and then I'll just come to intersect. It will connect these walls from all these corners, just like that. And then what else do you want to do? I want to extend this wall to this one. So after selecting it, I'll come to my adjust. I'll click on this surface. It will bring it there. And then this one here, I'll select, I come to adjust, then I click on this surface, just like that. We continue this. Let me cancel, adjust, click on that surface, just like that. And then these ones here, I can control delete, so just like that. I can also here control delete. Now we have this area, which is going to be the corridor, and of course we are looking for ways of creating a common washroom. So this room that we have created here should be in the middle here. So this, I'm going to offset this by, let me see there, 2 meters. So I'll control Shift D, I'll drag it by 2.2. that will give us 2 meters. Then I can simply delete off this, because we don't need it now. So we now have this as our common washroom. Then this is bedroom 1, and then this is another bedroom, and this is another bedroom. So I can delete this one off. Just like that, we have created those parts very well. Now for this one here, we can also create an opening here for people to access this side. You click on this wall, click on that wall, you come to the split. You can split around here. I want to preserve that side. Then I can simply drag it here. However, you'll need to know where the door is going to be. I think the door is going to be most likely around here. That means it is okay for it to be here. So I can even decide to take this wall all the way this side, since the door is here, or I can link it up with this by simply, when I click on this, I come to adjust, then I click on this surface to make this wall to perfectly align with that at that point. So I think this is how we're going to be creating our house. Let me see what we have. Yeah, I think it is making sense there. And this side, we shall have a gutter here. I think the gutter, not really a gutter, but the duct. We shall have a duct here. Let me see what we can do. But I think this one is okay. This one seems to be fine. All we need to do is maybe to create a room here. This is already 1.5. We can just offset this one around here to create some pantry here for storing our food. So when I hold on that wall, I go to Control Shift D to drag a copy. I need maybe 2 meters. That will give us 1.8, which I believe is big enough for a pantry. So I'll delete this excess part, I'll delete this excess part. You know what to do. You hold Control and you delete. It will be able to delete that. So this will be the pantry, and it will be accessed directly from here, and we shall have a door here to escape outside this house. So what else can we draw? Which room can we create here? Still looking for rooms to create. Let me escape so that I don't have that blue line disturbing me. The only room that we are left with here should be maybe it should be the this is a washroom that will help mostly these two bedrooms. I believe I can create another washroom here that will be a little bit outside on its own. So to create that, I can use this wall. I'll say Control Shift D to move it just like that. I'll place it here. Then this one here, I'll also Control Shift D, move it outside by let's say 1.8, so that we get 1.6. It has given us 1.8 surprisingly. And I'll delete this excess part. This one here, I'll drag it inside. I'll drag it inside like that. And then of course this side, I'll also drag this one a little bit inside. Control Shift D. First of all, I'll drag it here by let's say 1.5, just like that. Then Control Shift D again, 1.5. Then this one I'll make sure it is 1.5. That is enough. Then I'll highlight both, then I'll intersect just like that. Then I can highlight this and also intersect. This time it refused to work, so now we can just hold on Control and delete that part so that the excess part is gone. And this side, I'll be able to extend it a little bit inside by going to this adjust after selecting it. And then I click on this surface. Just I can draw a line, it will come to that point. It will perfectly align with this. That means someone can move like this. So this one here is supposed to be an open space. So I can simply just hold on Control and delete there, and that will create for us this opening. And of course now here we shall have a door. This will be like a corridor, and we can have the sink here plus a mirror. So someone can come and wash their hands here and look at themselves in the mirror. So I think this one makes sense. Let me click on escape so that I don't have those blue lines disturbing me. The reason why I've created this common washroom here is, though we have a common washroom here, this washroom is mostly going to help these two rooms, and when we have a visitor, it is not ideal to send a visitor to come all the way deeper here, because this is a little bit a private area, because it's accommodating the bedrooms. So it's not ideal to have visitors enter for their short calls or for any emergencies here. That's why I've decided to create a washroom this side. Now from here we should be able to Let me see, what else can we create? Apart from this? I thought we need a laundry room. We need a laundry room, but where can we put that now? I think for now we shall really ignore that. Let's go to our 3D and see what we have. So you just come to this 3D, you should see a house plan like that. See what we have created. We have created our house already. The house is really in place. So all the rooms are intact. We have the dining plus the kitchen, the pantry, the bed, the washroom, the washroom for these two, and I think we are now going to create the washroom for this other master bedroom. So we need washroom for this master guy. First of all, to create that, I'm going to create another wall here. I'll click on this. I'll control shift D. I'll move this by let's say 2.4. That means it will create for us, in fact I'll move it 2.6, it will create for us 2.4, just like that. Then I'll delete this part, just like that. I'll delete there, I'll delete here, just like that. And then I'm going to create something here. I'm going to create something here, and I'm already seeing as if we can now create our what we call duct around here. So if we are going to create a duct here, why can't I push my washroom to be a little bit outside for this master bedroom? So to do that, I can simply just control shift D, remove this one a little bit outside by since we wanted 2.6 to give us 2.4, we can do that. Then I can delete this one off. Then I hold on to this. I come to this adjust. Then I take it to this surface, just like that. Then I can hold on this. I come to Control Shift D to drag a copy of this and move it maybe by 3 meters. That will give us let's say 3.2, so that we get 3 meters, just like that. And then of course here I'll delete this after holding Control. I'll delete that one off. And then this and this can intersect. So this one is going to be an outsider. This wall is going to be an outsider. It will not be part of that one there. In fact, I shall first let me first delete it off. Delete this, because it will confuse us. It's going to confuse us. Now from here, I believe we can delete this one, just like that. So now let me create my duct. I want to create it here so that when we come to this project again, we shall not struggle with creating new walls. So I'll just simply say drag a copy from maybe this one, Control Shift D to drag a copy, and make sure it is going straight, just like that. Then I can drag a copy of this again, just like that. Make sure it is close to that. And then this one here, I can drag Control Shift D. Then I move it just next to this. Now I can just link these ones up. I'll click on this, click on that, click on that. Then I come to my intersect and intersect them like that. And of course we want this one to Control Shift D, just to come here with the shift I want it to be in a straight line, just like that. Then I'll click on this, then I come to the intersect. However, it has not given us our perfect work. I can do one by one, just like that. Still not the result we want. So if that one refuses, we can just delete, control delete, control delete, control delete, and then these two we can intersect them using the intersect, just like that. Now this wall is this part here, you see here, it's a duct actually, but it's well designed. You can't know that it is a duct, so that's what we are going to create there. So I think have done a pretty good job here. Now this part here you see here is going to be like a garden. This one here will be a back end garden. Even this side can be a garden. So to show that, we can use the line tool. I think for today we can use the line tool to show that. Let me just come to the documents, then you click on the line, and then you simply start drawing your line. So I will start from here. I'll draw my line from here, just like that. Then of course this side can also draw my line from here, just like that. And then where else? I can draw another line from here. Just like that. And then I can have these lines linked up like that. So now you come to your arrow. This arrow is for selecting. The arrow tool, I'll select this. I'll select that one. I'll select this one. I'll select this one. Let's try and intersect them by clicking on intersect. And those ones have intersected. However, this and that have not. So we shall intersect, just like that. Now you see how we get our perfect square. And of course now it will be easy to design these areas that have been marked by our lines. So we shall create things around these lines so that they are not ugly as they are right now. I think with the wall that should do for us, unless if there's really anything we have missed, because we have created all the rooms. This is a 3-bedroom house. It is a bungalow, so we simply want to have the master bedroom here. We want to have the living room here. The house will be accessed from here, and we have this as a common washroom. It is can be easily accessed from the living room. It can be easily accessed from the dining kitchen. It can be accessed from these bedrooms as well. So anywhere in this part of the house you can easily access it here. However, it is a little bit hidden, so you cannot say it is going to inconvenience people around here. So it's a little bit hidden with the wall here, which is properly covered. And we have our master bedroom, and this is going to be the master suite. Master suite is basically the master water closet. Water closet is basically the the washroom, the toilet, and of course the bathrooms. And of course now we have this bedroom here with the other bedroom, and they share one washroom. But I think we also need to separate this washroom so that we can have the bathroom. But the bathroom and the the toilet itself. So I think we shall come and think about that. or I can leave it for you as an assignment to ensure that we have a bathroom separate and a toilet separate. Now, when you look at all these rooms, they have access to natural light. What do I mean? I mean all these rooms can have windows or doors on them from the outside part. So if you are creating a space and it cannot have access to natural light, then you will start asking yourself if you're a good architect. So all the rooms will be able to get air or light from outside the house. So you realize we don't have any room that is completely enclosed inside here. This master bedroom will have a window here. It will get natural light and air. Then this living room will have both door and window. This washroom will have a window. Even this corridor will have a window. Then the dining and the kitchen all have areas where we're going to place windows. Even the pantry, which is the smallest room here, will also have a window. Now these bedrooms will all have windows. Even this washroom will have a window. This washroom of the master bedroom, which is inside, will also have a window and access to natural light. So that is how you should be planning your spaces. Make sure every space has access to natural light. All the rooms must have a window. You cannot create a room without a window, unless if it is having a door, or if it is having a curtain wall with the large glasses where you think it will get natural light and air. So that is how you create your spaces. And I think for today we shall stop here, but before we go, we should learn how to save our projects. After creating a good project like this, you can now save it. So to save your project, you just come to this file, you click on the file, and then you come to this save as. The shortcut is Ctrl+Shift+S. Then from here it will take you to your computer browser, and it will generate this entitled file name. So you can select where you want it to be, anywhere, either on the desktop or anywhere you want to save it. You can rename it and give it the name you want. After you are done, you just click on save. So let me just do mine on desktop. I'll just click save, and it will save this project on the desktop. So that is how you can start a project from scratch and do the saving. So we shall meet again to create the openings of this house. After creating openings, we should do facilitate, or we are going to put components in these rooms and furnish them properly to ensure that the rooms are functional. And after that, we can proceed to the facading. I hope you have subscribed, because you don't want to miss what is coming next in this project. And for today, that is where we are going to stop. I would like to appreciate you for the far you have come with us in this project. I'll see you again in the next part of this project. Thank you.